Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. Happy Thursday. Happy Friday Eve. I am very ready for a relaxing weekend. I am happy the work week is about to be over for me and whatnot. I hope everybody had a great day. And there are a few things for us to get into today, okay? Now look, y'all see I did a whole thumbnail. Okay, the only reason that today's live was not canceled so I can go to sleep because I had already did a thumbnail. When I've already did a thumbnail, I'm like, girl, no, it's a thumbnail made. Go do the show. Okay, so a good time will be had and whatnot. Now y'all know, first things first, take a little second and make sure to subscribe to my channel. Okay, become a whole JayBird and whatnot. Show me my charger at. Become a whole JayBird and whatnot, and then also like the video. Or comment. Why can't I find my charger? Oh, down here. Like the video, subscribe, and all that good stuff. It fell behind my desk, and I couldn't get the cord. Okay, I'm back. Because I'm like, my phone's gonna die. I don't want my phone to die. I need my battery to be charged or whatever. So, how is everyone? Okay, this is why I always should be prepared. Okay, not doing stuff at the last minute. Because I should try my phone up earlier. But I forgot. Okay. Let me get on screen. Hey girl, my sweatshirt. Y'all, I was laying down. Okay. I had to throw my little sweater on at the last minute. Everything feels weird, y'all. This just feels weird, okay? But it's gonna be what it is. Thank y'all for watching live. Also, thank y'all to those who will end up watching the replay, okay? Look, uh, would y'all get more lives if I did not have to do a thumbnail? I mean, maybe, but maybe not. It is this big thing when there's nothing to talk about. I'm like, girl, go chill out. Well, like when nothing has really happened, I feel like, ain't no point in coming on here if nothing is if there's nothing to talk about. So, but y'all know I'll pop one without a thumbnail, y'all. I'll be like, whatever. But look, make sure liking, commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. Okay. But hello to y'all. Hello to the people. I did get some. I got my little juice as well. I drank a little bit just already. I do have my water and whatnot. I don't. We may look. It may not be a long live, but it's gonna be a good live regardless. Okay. Grab your sweatshirt. I did. I was before. That's what took me so long to get on camera. I said, "Girl, put a sweatshirt on because if not, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be your boobies gonna be out. I don't want my boobies out at all. Okay. But hello and good evening. Okay. Look, I'm hoping I don't fall asleep. I'm hoping I can stay woke because girl, look, I have a bit of a headache. A little, this is itty bitty headache. I should have took an aspirin when I got home, but I forgot because I would do what makes the thumbnail. And when I tell you, the person who I had the hardest time finding the child, the damn Anderson pack was hard to find some for. I had to cut and paste Kimora Lee Simmons right. I had to use Kimora Lee Simmons' head and her daughter's body. Okay, because I could not find Kimora in nothing that was yellow or that was brown. Okay, but her daughter had a brown suit, and I said, "Well, girl, her body is built like a mama body, so this cut off Ming Lee head, put Kimora head on there, okay, and won't nobody and won't nobody be able to tell." So I absolutely had to do a little cut and paste with Kimora, okay, to make it make sense. All because I had to get like yellows and browns and blacks because I like Cardi's picture. Okay, when I find one person's picture, I like Cardi picture, I like Kandi's picture. I said if I can find people in yellow, browns, blacks, and whatnot, we will have something, and it all worked out. Okay, but I was so surprised I could not find Anderson Pack in like this an all black suit. Any of y'all making weird faces? It'd be weird to me, okay? But I digress. Okay, look, a good time will be had by all. Now, look, I want to go ahead and get started. And when folks is late, well, that's on y'all. Okay, I know sometimes YouTube is real slow and they don't say Jelly on they don't tell y'all. Y'all don't be knowing. They don't tell y'all, child. It be 9:30, 9:45, and here y'all come. Okay, here y'all come say, "Hey, Jaylee, we didn't know you was around here, girl, but we here now." And I'm like, "Thank y'all." And again, if you watching live or if you watch the replay, I appreciate them both. I appreciate the live watchers. I appreciate the replay watchers. All of y'all is appreciated. And Sexy Brig get on my nerve. When why she not ever in no clothes? Why I was like, why is she always in the two piece? Why is she always in a bikini top and some damn hoochie mama hood coochie cutting shorts? What is wrong with that girl? I just girl put some clothes on. Um and whatnot. And Kandi, that's the girl Kandi. Candy's the girl. I'm gonna divorce this man. I'm gonna look good. Okay, I'm gonna divorce him and look good while doing it. I said that Kandi wrote a whole song about scrubs and she married a scrub. I was gonna y'all look. Truth be told, I was gonna come around here in the goddamn snowsuit. Okay, I was like, girl, put a snowsuit on, so can't nobody see your. I promise you, I told him, I said, I'm gonna come on here with a snowsuit. Okay, and then can't nobody say they see my boobies because I'm in a snowsuit. But yeah, let's get to the topic. Like, y'all, it's 9. It's almost 9:30. You know what, y'all. I'm gonna have y'all out of here. I'm gonna have y'all out of here by 10:45. Okay, we're gonna do a short show today. Okay, it's the weekend and whatnot. I want to max and relax. Okay, I wanted to chill out and whatever. But y'all give me until 10:40. That's an hour and about 15 minutes, and then we can all go to bed. Okay. Now let me get to sharing. Well, my screen's already shared. Hold on. Where I want to start because I was saving stuff that well, I don't know. I ain't gonna start there. Let me scroll down. Hold on. Well, first of all, I was round here minding my business. Okay, I was. I don't even know what I was doing, and I said, "Wait a minute, what did I say?" I said, "Child, Dawson's Creek died." I said, "That man just got cancer." I said, "Not Dawson's Creek." Now, look, let me tell you something. I never watched Dawson's Creek. I knew what the show was, okay? And the only person from the show I knew of was Jane. Now, was his name Dawson? Was his name Dawson's Creek? Or did they live at Dawson's Creek? What was it? Because I never watched the show. But when I seen them announce that Jane Vanderbeek passed away, I said, Dawson Child, not Dawson's Creek. Dawson's Creek died. Oh Lord Jesus. Okay. Because he was the only I never watched Dawson's Creek. I never watched Felicity. I never. It's a lot of Caucasian shows that were like for the teenage. I didn't. I was a 90210 per. I watched 90210. I watched Melrose Place. Okay, I watched Saved by the Bell. I think by the time Dawson's Creek came around, I was like an adult, and so it wasn't for me. But I still knew how big of a show. I never watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I watched Charm though. But again, I said, child, not Dawson's Creek didn't die. I said, oh Lord, no. Okay. Never watched it. Never watched it. Wait, his name was Dawson. Oh, and really? So his name was Dawson, and he lived by a creek. That's why it was called Dawson's Creek. I mean, Grey's Anatomy was because Grey, Meredith Grey, was a doctor, and it's about bodies. I guess that makes very much so sense. Wait, Katie Holmes played on there? No idea. Mm, mm, mm. Anyway, he was only 48 years old. He was married, he had 6 children. And the crazy thing is, he was. Now I did watch him. What was that football movie he was in? Wasn't he in the football movie? Was he the one with Denzel? Was that him in that thing? I don't know. My mind be slipping sometimes. But when they say he had died, right? And I said, well, that's sad because I know they had said that how he had cancer and how he was, trying to fight the cancer and all that. So, that was like a year or so ago. And, hearing that when he passed away was just very, very sad. And then the family um did a GoFundMe. I said, a GoFundMe. A GoFundMe. Now, first of all, um, they said, oh, Varsity Blues. Yeah, I saw Varsity Blues. That I did see. I did see that. Now, when I heard that they had to do the GoFund of me, okay, I said, well, damn it. Now, this is the thing. I think this is a clear example of we assume that any person we saw on our favorite show, and what we assume they're rich. We assume they have all this money and that when the show is because I feel like we because the cast of Friends became million like Friends and Seinfeld or whatever, they got paid so much money. I don't think we realize not all shows got that kind of money because that man was only 48 years old and when he had 6 kids or whatever, but they had to do a GoFundMe because they were like the cost of his cancer treatments was too expensive. And so they had, they don't have that much right now. Okay. Um, the family was facing mounting financial pressure tied to his illness and his passing. The crowdfunding page was asking for 500,000. Now, child, in a day, okay, in one day. Now, again, remember the thing that said in the beginning it was asking for 500K. They made $700,000 with quickly, quickly, and now the 500K has now went up to 1.5 mil. However, they raised $1,968,774. Okay. So everybody who watched the show gave a dollar or two, a dollar or three, whatever like that. So at this point in time, one, they have enough money. This is my thing. And look, it's unfortunate that anyone has to do GoFundMe's in order to, bury a loved one, pay this or pay that. But hospital bills can be crushing to your bank account. Okay. I'm like, I want like what kind of insurance did he have? What wasn't covered? Did they not have life insurance? Okay. Um, so it's sad that this is proof that even if you were a famous person on a hit show, at the end of the day, a lot of folk can't even afford health care that will care for them when they're sick. Now, this y'all, you be paying for health care for years and don't never need it. And the minute you need all of the care for your health, it don't cover shit. Okay, they have all these rules, and because I work in healthcare and it's all these rules and regulations, okay, all the pre-existing conditions and all it's just the stuff, okay. I think it's clear a lot of us we need to get life insurance as soon as you can. Okay, you don't want to try to get it once you know like there's some kind of uh deadly illness that you have that you like 'cause at the end of the day we all dying. At the end of the day, eventually we all going to the upper room to see Jesus. Okay, now cold for the fat one hell, but we want heaven. Um, so I want to reiterate to everyone who is listening to me: do not wait to get life insurance. Not on you, not on your children. Okay. If you have 6 kids, get them life insurance because God forbid something happen, you gotta pay for it. Okay. So I always feel like, you can like I had it through my job. Okay. But I do need to get a policy outside of my job. Just in case. But again, as long as you have at least one policy that's covering you for right now, that covers you and your children or your spouse or whatever it may be, because we hear people who children pass away and they then have a GoFundMe. Why? Because no one expects their child to die, and no one thinks, "Hey, I should have." Yes, you should absolutely have life insurance for your child, because God forbid the worst happens. Okay, I'm just putting it out there, okay? And again, he had 6 children. Again, I don't want to when the dogs be when I'll be gooping when did Dawson's Creek? It came out back in 1998. I was 16. See, at that hour, yeah, I wasn't watching. I wasn't watching Dawson's Creek at that point in time. I was not. When did it end though? When did it end? 2000. Also, it went off 23 years ago. So while we may feel like, oh, why don't the major he was on ended, you know, 2 decades ago. Okay. And cancer or this real like cancer, any real ailment is expensive. You hear me? And your insurance sometimes will only pay so much. So, again, they raise as of right now. Now I have not look. Once your goal is reached, bitch, you don't need my $5. Okay. If you want to 500,000, you don't need my $5. Okay. So again, I'm pretty sure more fans of his show gonna watch and donate. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna end at the 1.9. I'm pretty sure it's gonna go watch. They end up making like 2.5 million. Watch this GoFundMe ends up being about 2.5 mil. And at that point, that should cover the hospital bills he had. That should cover a funeral cost. Because again, a good funeral, meaning the casket, some flowers, the real expensive looking obituary with 15 pages of pictures, or maybe a horse drawn carriage. I don't know. You're gonna spend a good 20K. Okay. Now if you ask me, bitch, cremate me. Look, don't be spending a whole bunch of money. I'm dead. I'm not even there. That's a vessel. Okay, if I have a $100,000 policy on just me and I die, don't you dare spend 20K for no fucking party for y'all, girl. If you don't put me in the goddamn crematorium and spend that other money living life, okay. So I'm a firm believer, but some folk want a big to do when they dead. I don't want all that. Okay, a good old little memorial. Okay, that's it. Don't spend more than 10, maybe 10. Hell, if you can do it for 5, do it for 5. Okay, to get it a little low. But again, I don't know. But the point is, okay, the family did the little GoFundMe. Okay, they have all of the money they need. They said 500K. That need triple that. Well, no, quadruple at that point. I was like, damn it, man. You know. But again, look, life be lifing. And when we know that somebody is out here and they're suffering, because I saw Alfonso Ribeiro posted a picture of Dawson's Creek, no, I mean Dawson's Creek, of James Vanderbeek like in the hospital bed or whatever, like laying down and whatnot. Don't put no picture of you hugging me when I'm dead. Okay. If I can't post a picture, you can't either. I said, I found about you. I'm not gonna share either. But I'm like, so I get that your homie or whatever, cool. But so you can pick up a regular picture that made a understand? Hey, but I'm like, why wouldn't you just put anyway? Girl, I'm on a tangent. But in hindsight, you know what I'm saying? I told when my daddy died, child, it'll be 11 years Sunday. That's probably why I'm emotional. Every time it's around the time of my daddy's passing, bitch, I get all weirded out or whatever. So that's probably why I'm so happy to chill out this weekend. I can have me a little drink, be in my feelings or whatever, and be chill. So my dad died 11 years ago to be on Sunday. And the one thing I always say is you have to be okay that the person ain't suffering no more. Because my dad had back problems, okay? And so James was, cancer had broken his body down. So may he rest in peace, child. And I hope whatever money they raise on that GoFundMe, the kids will have a little cushion, okay? The hospital bills will be paid and whatnot, and won't be no more bullshit around here. So again, so rest in peace, Dawson Creek. I think that's Dawson's Creek died, child, not Dawson's Creek. I saw this post and I thought it was not funny. Okay. But it's an animal sanctuary accuses NBA young boy of horribly abusing his pet tiger. First of all, why the fuck does he have a pet tiger?
Young boy rapper in
Okay.
Louisiana.
Okay.
And he was abusing her horribly. And the authorities saw it because it was posted on social media. Go figure.
Don't be a rapper, and if you are a rapper, don't get a tiger.
Good idea.
Yeah.
And so the authorities rescued her, took her to the Audubon Zoo. Parasites so bad, no fur on her face, malnourished.
Oh, yes.
Pads were rough.
Niggas can't take care of dogs properly. Okay? Thank y'all. I'm on EMC. I be trying to move on past. I be trying to sit in it because Lord, I don't want that crying. But no, but people can't take care of dogs properly. People can't take care of regular, actual pets. That dogs, cats, birds, turtles, or whatever. I blame Michael Jackson. Okay, Michael Jackson got that guy. Did he have a giraffe? No, did he have no? He had a fucking monkey. Michael Jackson had a monkey. The gay men in Vegas had them damn tigers or whatever. I need people to understand there is never a reason for anyone to have a pet tiger at their house. Okay, people can't take care of children. There is no manual on how to take care of a fucking tiger.
Left up from being kept on cement. And so when it was decided she would come here, Bobby did what Bobby does. Team of people set out, went to New Orleans, picked her up, and then brought Nola back here. That's Nola.
Okay.
She was a cub pet of a famous young boy rapper in Louisiana.
Okay.
And he was abusing her horribly. And the authorities saw it because it was posted on social media. Go figure.
Don't be a rapper, and if you are a rapper, don't get a tiger.
Good.
No one should get a tiger. Okay, put all the fucking tigers back in the kingdom of Africa or wherever they come. I don't know where they come from, but I never like it when anybody I'm like, why you got a fucking rhino? Okay, why are there elephants in your backyard? Okay, if you live, look, this is my thing. If you live anywhere in the United States, okay, in a residential area, okay, with neighbors and mailmans, okay, and UPS packages being delivered, there is no reason for you to have any other animal besides a goddamn dog, a cat, okay, again, maybe a turtle. Maybe turn a little bird, but you should not have these wild dogs. You don't need no alligators, no rhinos, no hippos, okay, no buffaloes, bitch. You don't even need unless you have a farm. You don't need a fucking cow. Okay, unless you're farming and supplying the meat, where's the beef? Unless you're doing something productive with cattle, okay, get your ass from around there and get them exotic as animals. Okay, stop it. But I was like, why the fuck do you even have a tiger? Who the fuck y'all be doing some dumb ass stuff, and I don't be knowing why. I don't know this man. Okay, but he played with 49ers, and I was like, wait a minute. So this man, Keon White, had allegedly little argument with Lil Baby and a friend and got shot in his ankle. Now, first of all, I am not saying that Lil Baby pow that man. What I am saying is, it's a coincidence that after you have an argument with a rapper, you get shot in your kneecaps. That's just weird. Okay. Now he survived. He gonna be in a little therapy and whatnot. Okay. Won't nothing stop me. The bullet could have. Anyway, again, people stop fussing and fighting with people. Because getting popped in that child getting popped in your ankle and you're a football player, hopefully his ankles heal correctly or whatever. But y'all stop fussing with people. Stop shooting people. Okay? You can't be shooting people. Crazy shit. Georgia teacher led a whole double life, okay? As a gang member, he was convicted of killing 2 kids. And you was a kid killer and a teacher at the same time?
Former DeKalb County elementary school teacher has just been convicted in the gang murders of 2 Clayton County children in 2016. A jury convicted Michael White on all 44 counts. Clayton County District Attorney Tasha Mosley told Channel 2 Action News that includes the murders of 11-year-old Tatiana Coates and her 15-year-old brother Davion. The children were innocent victims of a gang retaliation. White was a gang member working as an elementary school teacher at the time of the murders. His sentencing is scheduled for next month.
Now, like, how the fuck you doing both? Now I know a lot of not all the gang members I knew back in the day, they didn't have regular jobs. They were just gang members, drug dealers. That was really it. Okay. But I feel like, how are you a gang member doing drive-bys, but then going to school working? Like, what if someone wanted to retaliate against you? They could get, girl, it's weird. Okay. Anyway, the crime happened 20 years or no, 10 years ago, they said. Okay. But, even though jail, prison. Okay. Gang banging is not a thing to do. Okay. To me, gang banging played out. Okay. If you, I'm a gang for what? Go do something. Okay. I'm happy he was arrested. Okay. He's been held accountable for his crimes. Y'all can't be around here doing the dumb shit. Okay. They're going to catch you and whatnot. Now, her mugshot says, whatever they say I did that shit. Okay. Woman allegedly stabbed her baby daddy because she found out he was having sex with her sister. Now, first of all, you should never have sex with your person's siblings. Okay, that's just messy. Okay. 41-year-old Jacqueline Rodriguez has been arrested almost a year after a crazy violent confrontation. Per U.S. Weekly, police said that after midnight on April 28th, 2025, neighbors reported hearing what sounded like gunfire come from the apartment. The police came, bloody door, bloody room, okay, because no one answered and whatnot. They found the father of Rodriguez's children with visible injuries. He claimed an argument broke out after Rodriguez learned he had been having sex with her. First of all, sir, it's your fault. Okay. If you around here banging somebody's sister and she find out and she happened to stab you, you did something that set her off. Now, I'm not advocating for violence. Okay. Violence is never the way. However, you also should not fuck your person's sister. You asking for an ass whooping. You're not asking to be stabbed. That's a different thing. But if I've never caught an ex cheating. I don't know how. If I was to walk in and saw you cheating, what I do? I don't know. The most I've ever saw is, and this when I was a teenager, I was like 16, 17. My boyfriend at the time was sneaking talking to my friend. And I didn't catch them doing nothing. They was talking because I got home from school. We got home from school. My friend was like, oh, Jaylee, go. The hangout spot was a 2-family flat. And to get from one part of the flat to the other, you would go either through the basement or through the upstairs stairs. And it's like, no, go to the other part of the house, but go down to the basement. I'm like, why am I going to the basement? And while going down the basement, they did it because my boyfriend was down there talking to my friend. And I saw this shit. Okay. And I didn't stab him, he lived this the other day, but still. Anyway, I digress. My point is, I don't know what I would do if I saw like some cheatation going on. But again, she only found out he was fucking her sister. And she went and said, stab, 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 cut, cut, cut. Now, again, I'm not saying, it was right at all. What I am saying is I understand. Okay? But as I always tell y'all, no dick is worth prison. Okay? So even if you get upset, you need to use your best judgment and just leave them. Okay? Because you can't get dick in prison. You can, but it won't be easy. But again, she locked up. Because I'm like, girl, is it attempted murder? Because if you stab me, I feel she was only charged with aggravated battery causing great bodily harm. Oh, she'll probably get probation. But yeah, don't fuck your people's people. That's just weird. Who else? I don't think I had many other weird stories. I want to touch on that white lady that's missing. Now, it's gonna sound mean that I don't care. But I feel like the news that we keep getting, where is she at? I know I had the missing white lady. Where's the missing white lady? Savannah Mama. How did you use this one? No. Savannah Mama. All right, how did you use this one? So the lady's still missing, okay? She's around here. She's gone. They don't know who has her. They put out the little ransom. They put out the little video showing who allegedly took her from the house. At one point, we found a glove. This gonna sound really mean, but I don't care anymore. Not I don't care that she's missing. Not I don't care that I want to find. I feel like they keep doing like breaking news when there's nothing really going. Y'all don't know nothing. Like we don't need y'all to come on and say, "Hey, we don't know much, but we know nothing." Y'all still know nothing. Y'all still don't know nothing. And then they say, "Hey, y'all, we got a suspect." Okay, we detained somebody. We think we know who did it. Okay, breaking news. I was like, okay, if you say so, that's fine. So they detained someone. They was like, oh yeah, and the person who they detained is not a family member, because some people think the sister or the brother-in-law, that someone in the family is involved in what's going on. And so they said, oh, well, the person who was being detained is like not family. Okay, they not family members. Then we found out he was a DoorDash driver. I said, DoorDash?
Shocked?
Oh, yeah, I was.
Tell me.
Come on, what do you expect me to do? ¿Cómo quieres que funcione cuando algo pasa así? Pero yo no sé qué está pasando, me agarraron como si fuera un criminal.
I heard que pasa, which means, I think that means what's up. I don't know nothing else.
Nah, me secuestraron. They held me against my will. They didn't read me my rights until 2 hours later. Okay? You know, my wrist is all fucking swollen.
From
the handcuffs.
And did you have any idea
No.
this was about? Do you know who Nancy Guthrie
No.
is?
That's the problem. No, I don't know anything.
You were like, where is this coming from?
Now, his eyes are real wide. Okay, he looked like he's real. I don't know. Now, as he said, I don't know her. I don't know them. They snatched me up, tossed me in a squad car. I didn't know what happened. Kicked me in my door, scared the whole family. First of all, lawsuit.
When did they come up on you?
I don't know.
Like, what, were you just driving around?
Yeah, working.
Yeah, you said you were delivering DoorDash?
Yeah, this.
Oh,
How'd they pull up on you? Like,
Nah, I pulled up with them. They were following me. Yeah, they were following me. Miranda. This is Santa Cruz County, and Miranda was down here. It's like, come on, 2 and 2.
and so then when they came up on you, what did they say? Like, what did they say?
Nothing. Literally nothing. They just told me, stop moving. Like, what's your name? Carlos. And that's it. They put me in the cop car. You gotta wait like 2 hours. I waited like 2 hours until the detectives get here and everything.
oh my God.
Well, when they finally told you this was had to do with some kidnapping, like, what were you thinking?
What the fuck am I doing here? I didn't do anything. To be honest, like, I'm innocent.
And you don't even know who the lady is?
No.
Do you know who Savannah Guthrie is?
No. I don't follow the news.
Right.
I don't know that white lady.
I don't watch.
You don't watch the Today Show?
No.
So this was a complete shock.
It was.
What kind of questions were they asking you?
Nothing. They didn't ask me any questions.
So they just said,
nothing. They
so
just sent me
took
in the car. They investigated my car and this and that's it. They didn't ask me no questions, no nothing.
Did you get the other car back? Or they still have it?
No, it's right there.
Oh, they gave it back to
Yeah.
you. So,
Yeah, it's like,
and they said you can go home?
yeah.
And how did they treat, like, the people you were with, your girl, your child?
I don't want to speak
Yeah,
about
no,
that. You know what I mean?
How's your family? They
Oh, they're
scared
all in
everybody.
shock.
I was going to say, they scared everybody, huh?
Yeah, they're all in shock right now.
Wow.
Did they damage the house? Yeah.
What did they do to the
I
house?
broke the doors. What else there? The garage door in the back.
I'm suing the whole city. Okay, I'm suing the whole state. Look, they had a confirmed they had a court ordered search warrant for his house. Okay, he was released, not facing any charges. But you kicked in my door. Okay, scared my wife, my children, my mother-in-law. Like for I don't know. Now I get they have to find the people, see what's going on. But a part of me feel like it's a wild goose chase. Okay, a full wild is duck, 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 goose. And I don't know why. I don't watch the Today. I don't even watch Guns in the Morning. But I can only imagine how they're trying to follow this story. But a part of me feel like there's nothing to report. She's missing. They don't know shit. They wanted a ransom. Did y'all pay the ransom? What is But I feel like, and look, unless the only time they need to talk about this again is either they found the lady, found the kidnappers, but it's weird ass breaking news for nothing. Oh, we have no. I don't care anymore because something seems weird. How they're covering it, even the frenzy around it. When I saw them saying, "Hey, they were searching her house and found a glove," So what? There's a glove. Who know who glove girl anyway? So, child, she's still missing. Because I was like, I don't really care. I feel like there wasn't much other like weird. Well, I'm gonna get on the Zaya Harris in 1 second. I think that's the last thing I got for like the other weird news of the real world. I'm trying to scroll and I'm gonna see. I think it's there. So here in Detroit, so y'all know, well, I think y'all remember, the Zaya Harris went missing back in 2024, January 2024. She was 13 at the time. Her uncle, basically, was accused of, all of the worst things. Okay, they think he killed her because he got her pregnant. He was also facing charges of doing things to other children, including one of his own daughters. So he's a horrible, 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 horrible person. Okay, he was supposed to be going to trial. However, he has since taken a plea deal. Okay. He reportedly has admitted to dumping Nazaya's body in River Rouge after finding out she was pregnant. So he took a plea deal. He will be doing he will be sentenced next month on March 12th. He is facing 35 to 65 years in prison for I think a secondary murder for Nazaya. And then there were like 2 or 3 criminal and sexual conduct charges for the other kids he did stuff to. And the only good thing is that he will die in prison. They're going to tear his ass up in prison. And I mean that in every sense of the word. This has been going on again since 20. So it's been 2 years at this point. Part of the deal was he was required to tell them what he did with her body. That was the one thing that no one knew all this time. Because he never would admit to killing her. And the family kept on saying, just tell us where she's at. Because a lot of people don't get, even I think this way about somebody's mama. When someone is missing, the main thing you want to know is where are they? Even if they're deceased, you still want to have peace of mind to at least bury them. And, for the past 2 years, he hasn't, said whatever. We claimed the 13-year-old girl, body was dumped in Detroit's Rouge River around Summerberg. That is where they found some of her items back then. I think they found like clothing, and also a shoe, but they've never found her. And again, he is a sick, demented, perverted demon spawn from hell. And I hope all of the worst things happens to him in prison. I hope all his food is too soft. I hope he gets cuts on his ass. I hope his penis bleeds. I hope that they beat him up every day. Because he has done the absolute most his whole life. And not only is he guilty, all of the people who knew kind of how he was and just ignored it, they should either. But again, he will be going to jail for I think at least 35 years. Because the sentences are to be served, I think, concurrent. So he'll be serving all at one time. But again, the main one is 35 to 60 years. So he'll be in jail. He's gonna die in jail. One way or the other, he will, not get out safely. And he deserves to not get out safely. I don't really care. But the family spoke about it a little bit as well. Listen up.
Jarvis Butts agreed to a sentence between 35 and 60 years in prison for the second-degree murder charge in the Naziah Harris case, but one of her biggest advocates says closure will only come once she knows what truly happened to her body.
I don't think the full relief will get there until we actually have her.
Investigators found the clothes and shoes Naziah was last seen wearing during a River Rouge search near 7 Mile in Berg shortly after she went missing back in January of 2024. However, they have still yet to find her body.
I'm happy that he is finally willing to able to tell where she is. I'm also very happy that the rest of the victims that he has victimized are also getting justice.
Butts pled guilty to sex crimes against 4 other minors, all younger than 13 when they happened. Jarvis Butts guilty to sex crimes against 4 other minors, all younger than 13 when they happened, one as young as 4 and one his own daughter. He agreed to serve 10 to 15 years for each of those charges, all at the same time he serves the sentence for what he did to Naziah.
We all want her to be found, not only myself, but as a community. We just wanted her to be found, and today we're closer to that.
He just look. You have to be careful who you have around your child, your children, your nieces, all other things. No, they never found her body. They only found articles of clothing and then I believe a shoe near an area where they thought that she was probably, disposed of, but they still have never found her body. And they probably never will. But him admitting what he did is a bit of closure, I think, for the family. But the fact that they'll never physically have her back to, properly bury her and grieve is crazy. And I hope all the worst happens to him in the prisons. Yeah, the auntie, the grandmama, because when she went missing, no one really tried to there was no sense of urgency to help find her. And it's sad that whole family failed that little girl. But again, he did it. So I hope his ass gets rammed a lot in prison. Shamari DeVoe. Y'all remember Shamari, who was Ronnie DeVoe's wife? Ronnie from Belle DeVoe, Ronnie from your BBD. Shamari, who was on either one or two seasons of Housewives of Atlanta. She's a nurse now.
I am going to my first day of orientation. I feel really great. Yeah, things are looking up. Got a job at K Hospital as a nurse extern. Yes.
Okay, what's your last name?
DeVoe.
Got you right here.
Well, can your husband come perform at the company potluck?
Thank you.
All right, do you have a badge already?
No.
Did you take a picture?
Yes. I sent it in.
Okay, so it should be on.
But congrats to Shamari. I think Shamari was, she was in Black as a singer. Her husband is an absolute legend. She's also a former reality star. But sometimes when things don't work out and you want to try something different, go ahead and get your little job. Go get you some good insurance, a backup plan. Okay, look, and I think because I feel like she was searching for who she was as a person. You know what I'm saying? When your husband is out here dancing with BBD and them and audition or whatever, and then you want to be in your group, but the one group made that child. You know, you did not really work out on the on House of Atlanta. I'm happy she's found a piece of happiness and a whole new journey. If you look, if you can't look, child, it's never too late to start over. No sound. I don't want no sound on here. Super Scent. Do y'all know Super Scent owns the Crayon Case makeup brand. She's also a social media influencer. And like a couple weeks ago, her husband was like arrested or whatever about some domestic violence, some child endangerment things or whatever, for to appear. And they have been having some physical altercation situations, okay? And Super Sam was kind of staying little quiet on what had happened. And everyone else like, girl, your husband got arrested. Is he beating your ass? What's going on? You need some help, child. Blink twice, blink three times. And so she recently put out, you know, after the whole coverage of him, his arrest, the mugshot, them as a couple, what's going on. She just said, I'm going to leave my kids and my marriage off the internet. You wanna know why? Look, people, once you let people in to your private life, okay, they then feel entitled to comment on, to judge, to think they know better than you, okay, and it can be aggravating. I always say there's a way to share pieces of your life without letting people fully in, so that way they don't think they have the right to be saying shit. I feel like Super Scent has always been so public with things. But girl, if your husband is a bit abusive, you can't hide that because the mug shot will always set his ass free of public opinion. Okay. But she said, child, I'm gonna keep it to myself. Okay. Period. I'm not, but I'm not good. You never should have to make your life private because your husband is abusive. Now, if you want to make it private because you choose to not want anyone to know certain things, and maybe he is not abusive to you, okay? Maybe it was a misunderstanding, okay? That's cool. But ma'am, you keeping things private ain't gonna change the fact that people feel like he has a hands on you problem. Okay? Just saying. Just saying. But yeah, if y'all care, that's fine. But again, you should always keep a piece of your life to yourself. Okay. Gene Simmons. I'm not surprised. I'm never surprised when older Caucasianite people feel some kind of way. Now, Gene is in the group Kiss, okay, and he said, "Hey, I don't think the rap stuff should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame."
Fact that, for instance, Iron Maiden is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when they can sell out stadiums, and Grandmaster Flash is.
Right.
Ice Cube and I had a back and forth, and he's a bright guy, and I respect what he's done. It's not my music. I don't come from the ghetto. It doesn't speak my language.
Not I don't come from the ghetto. I feel like when Caucasian people like to equate rap music with the ghetto, I feel like, do we attribute country music to the hillbillies of the trailer parks? You know what I'm saying? I feel like one Rock and Roll Hall of Fame name should be changed. Okay. Because there are other genres of music they put in there. I think when the name rock and roll, I don't think it really means rock and roll. Okay, I don't think that's what it's about anymore. But sir, you can't be upset, okay, that other people is round there, but saying, I don't know, I wasn't in the ghetto.
And I said in print many times, hip hop does not belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, nor does opera, symphony orchestras. How come the New York Philharmonic doesn't get the Rock and Roll? Because it's called the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But he shot back and said, no, it's the spirit of rock and roll. Okay, fine. So Ice Cube and Grandmaster Flash and all these guys are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I just want to know when Led Zeppelin's going to be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame.
Do we have a hip hop? Is there a hip hop Hall of Fame? Let me Google it. Is there a hip hop? Is there? There is. Yes, there are several initiatives, with the most prominent being the Hip Hop Hall of Fame Museum in New York, founded in 1992. Fair is fair. However, I had to Google it. I'm like, is there a Hip Hop Hall of Fame? In truth be told, they probably made the Hip Hop Hall of Fame to counteract people not being inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Okay, but I'm like, call it the Music Hall of Fame, because if it's only honoring great musicians of all genres, that way this white man can shut the hell up. Okay, because I'm not gonna get up with you. Probably are, you white bastard. I'm like, why would you say that? Michelle Obama is giving us good advice. Okay, if you don't listen to now thing she say, listen to. She said, "Hey, don't be moving in with no damn body. You don't know that motherfucker. Okay, don't do it."
Period. If it's early in the relationship, you shouldn't be moving in. First of all, I don't care how much money he has or doesn't have. Like, you don't know him yet. Maybe this will be controversial, but I don't. I think you can have deep like at first sight, but love, to me, in most instances, because there are always exceptions, it takes time to fully have somebody reveal themselves to you over time to know whether or not your affections and your feelings stand the test of time. There's so many tests you need in a relationship, but my recommendation is always take some time.
Yeah.
Make moving in like way down the line.
Yeah.
Moving in.
Now, this is my thing. Okay. You absolutely have to live together before marriage. Okay. You absolutely have to have sex with each other before marriage. Okay. But I am a firm believer in you do not need to live together quickly because you like the motherfucker. Okay. Look, the one time I lived with my ex, he moved in, bitch, and he was I had no idea. He was a full-fledged alcoholic. Girl, I said, "Fuck this nigga is girl." Because we like each other. We like each other. I know you. I've known you since high school. Okay, we can leave. Yeah, Because I'm not leaving my house. Okay, come on, move in, pay the bills, whatever. You should never live with somebody just because you like them. You shouldn't. Once you've been dating for a while, okay, you've been over his house, he's been over your house or whatever, then you come around, you know what, maybe now we can cohabitate to see if we want to be around each other all day. Now, I am still a firm believer in, I don't want to live with nobody because I like my space. I like my quiet time. You can come over and we can spend all the time together we want to, but we both have the chance to go home and be in our own space. The only time I would live with somebody, we would have to buy a huge house with 6 bedrooms, a man cave, a she shed, enough space to where when I'm tired of you, I can go away, not see you, but we're in the same household. Okay, I don't want to not a room here. No, I need a whole separate side of the house. Okay, because sometimes motherfuckers on your nerve. I want to hear my own TV, not your TV. Sometimes I want to spread out in the bed, bitch. And I'm a firm believer in, you sometimes space and time make the heart grow fonder. Okay, I want to miss you sometimes. I don't want to see you every day, bitch. Okay, um, hey, let's live in houses next door to each other. Okay, you live one house, I'm a door down. Okay, but people, please don't move in because it's not worth it. Okay. If you want to save money on rent, cool. Hey, babe, pay the rent here too. You like me, don't you? Yeah. Well, help me pay the bills. Okay. If you like me enough, help me help you. Okay. I get things, you get things, but you don't have to live with somebody, just so quickly in the beginning because it's true, you don't know them. It takes time to get to know them. Do not, because not child squatters' rights. They won't leave. Okay, they're gonna be around now. I be on the TikTok seeing the people who, my girlfriend, she kind of live here, and then the police can't put her out, or vice versa. No, you don't live here. Ain't no mail coming here, bitch. No, you know you're a visitor. Get out. Okay. I want to go to Brorilla. Said he made. Not he. That's not nice. Wait, is because it's she. It's a she, right? Because I don't want. I don't want to misgender. I don't want to misgender. I feel like. Can I just say they? I don't know. Glorilla's sibling said they made 200 grand in a week, and the net worth will be first of all net worth. Okay, will be 1 million in the next 5 weeks. Now I don't know who is paying Scarface money to talk. I don't know why. I don't, I feel it's very weird. It's very, very weird. However, I can see this individual squandering that money within a year. Okay. Because who tells somebody, didn't you just say on a live the other day that somebody robbed you because they assumed that you had money because of who your sister was? So why would you then go on the social medias and tell the world you got 200 grand? Girl, they gonna come kidnap that white lady missing and you up with them. Girl, just stop it. Okay, and I also felt like as much as you talk cash about Glow, if you now have 200 grand, please make sure that you retire your mom and daddy, pay for your siblings, all the shit you said Glow was gonna do, you now need to do. If you not the rich sister, pay the bills. Okay, pay the bills. Now, she around here being foolish.
Boosie raccoon eyed ass talking about some, I'm not on nobody's side, but I'm just saying you are taking sides. Cause basically you saying she ain't got no money, so she ain't trying to give us nothing. You justifying her. I don't give a fuck what y'all think about Boosie. I don't care about his fan base. I don't care about none of that. This nigga on Tubi movies. So guess what? He fell off.
Now I don't like Boosie either, but what Boosie do? All Boosie said was, you think people are rich. They're not rich. They're still working for a reason. That's all Boosie said.
It's always the old raccoon ass, tight fade ass niggas want to come for me.
Not y'all. Well, I mean,
I don't care about who fuck with him. Y'all gotta mix up that. You better sit. I ain't seen shit out. If I sit here and went laugh about my sister, all y'all up for it. Quit mentioning me. And if you mention me, just be ready for a comeback. You guys, nigga, you straddling the fence.
And she knew, like, is she look? Well, I don't think I can say a word. I'm trying to be correct and not say the wrong word. You know when Rick Ross' baby mama Tia, who they now call Auntie, was Brian fussing, cussing on social media, and she made that her thing. Is Brorilla the stud version of that? Okay, is Brorilla a stud social media fusser now? I feel like that's what it is.
And then I already don't like you anyway, Boosie, because you know why? You don't like gays. You don't like gays. Nas X, I don't even though you existed, and you always comment on shit, and you got Boosie raccoon. You are homophobic. So nigga, I never liked you.
Y'all, this girl done got some money, what got a chain? Girl, you broke, and the first thing you go buy is a goddamn chain.
You always talking about a gay this guy. You talking about Nas X
in a Nike tracksuit.
Promoting gayness, but you promote guns, weed, and shit. You a hypocrite. Be 100 around the board. I'ma say it like
is that a Christmas tree, man?
How it is. I don't care about what name other one on here got to say. I don't care.
Why is an elephant bitch in the background? They supposed to say elephant bitches.
Follow me, please. I don't care. Y'all talking about who I need to sit down know, and I just sit up here and win live about my sister and put my mama no more live. And you think I'm finna spur somebody? I'm not spurring shit. He's straddling the fence. He just want to be in the in crowd. Nigga, go make some Tubi movies.
Why I don't like. They're not Tubi movies.
Shit, I thought we were cool. We died. You are homophobics together.
Not y'all both diabetic.
So what I'm saying, I'm like, stop.
Why, John? Why is the Christmas tree up? It is February. Is that the Christmas tree?
Stop it. Stop it.
Who else she at? Y'all think she had an Airbnb?
I'm not sparing nothing. Y'all keep my name in y'all mouth, which I don't have a problem with, but just be ready for me to respond. Don't sit here, Charlamagne, with your pickle head ass.
Charlamagne.
And just post her motherfucking video on the Breakfast Club with no breakfast. Ladies together.
Girl.
And you got Boosie raccoon eyes talking about some, I'm not on nobody's side, but I'm just saying you are taking sides.
So Boosie responded. And I guess Boosie trying to be more adult these days and whatnot. Boosie said, my bad, Bro-Willa. Do she go by Bro-Willa for real, or is we being weird? My bad, Bro-Willa. My diabetic twin was just speaking on life situations, on how shit really be in real life. I got sibling problems too. Checking my head, shit ain't sweet over here in my family too, honey. Now I'm happy Boosie didn't cuss ass out, because y'all know Boosie be cussing people out, okay? But Boosie, child between, we both diabetics, okay? I love you, girl. I said not no breakfast. Do she know because it's morning time? What it is? I don't feel like I'm trying to find, because somebody said like her 15 minutes is up. I do feel like she is going to wear herself out, because one, we don't care no more. You are now making money off your sister. And then there are no more new stories with your sister. I doubt Glow is going to ever even, acknowledge you or respond to you. Your best bet is to stop trying to be, the loud, gay sister Glorilla of Glorilla, and go do something else. Okay? The new Lil Woody. I can see that too. But I want her to go find something to do. Go play with the other people. I'm tired of it. Okay? Please fix it. Quickly, I forgot to tell y'all one, because I got Brandy on the thumbnail, whatever. I think I put Brandy. I put Brandy and Kenny Rowland. So the reason, okay, because it's her birthday, y'all. Okay. Happy belated birthday, because I was supposed to like yesterday. Brandy turned, I think, 44 or 45. So happy birthday to Brandy. Don't you have a book coming out? I feel like the book is supposed to be out sometime this year. I was gonna order, but I don't think it's been sold yet. So happy birthday to Brandy. Okay. I feel like Brandy is just now starting to like come out of her shell, not be so shy, pop out on social media a little bit. Okay. Get all glammed up, comb her hair, child, show her face off, put some clothes on, do little photo shoots and whatnot. So again, how old is Brandy? Let's see, how old is Brandy? Oh, she's 47. Okay. Happy 47th birthday to Brandy. Oh, wait, the book comes out next month. Really? I gotta get it. So happy birthday to I still feel like Brandy is the vocal Bible. Okay. Also, same day, Kelly Rowland. Okay, turned 45. Kelly and Brandy share the birthday. Okay, so happy 45th birthday to now Kelly naked around here. Okay, girl, put your titties up. Kelly, what are you doing? Kelly, put your titties up. Okay. Again, Kelly is 45. Looks great. Okay. We love Kelly. Okay. Even though I hated or not hated that movie relationship goals aggravated my spirit. Kelly is still a great actress, okay? And we love us a Kelly Rowland, okay? That's our girl, okay? And you can't tell me nothing about Kelly Rowland, okay? Happy 45th to her. Also yesterday, okay, it was also D'Angelo's birthday as well. So Kelly, Brandy, and D'Angelo all share a birthday. Oh, we would have been. Okay, so child, I be just Googling stuff like there's nothing. Okay. He would have turned 52. Okay, D'Angelo would have turned 52. Okay. Happy heavenly birthday to him. I'm like, damn, it's so crazy. Like I share birthday with Sade. With Aaliyah. 116 is great birthday as well. Oh, yeah. Oh, what it was? Whitney Houston been gone? What year did... Okay, let me Google it. When did Whitney... Damn, 2012? That's been 14 years? Damn, it don't seem like that's been that long. So, rest in peace continuously to Whitney Houston. Okay, happy birthday to all the peoples and whatnot. But I had to get that out of here. Okay, I want to move on to Nick Cannon. Well, let me get this off here. I want to get a couple of things off. Because I think I gotta get into it. I want to get into Nick of the Cannon. So look, a part of me feel like Nick Cannon is the quintessential baby daddy who wants people to believe it is this happy-go-lucky, loving family situation. That's just not what it is. And we had one of the kids' moms. This is Abby De La Russa. Okay. Now, sometimes I feel like, why are they... Anyway, she had this to say about the plethora of people that he get knocked up.
He, as far as I know, has come forward and said, I felt very harmed in this situation.
Yeah.
It was extremely negative or very toxic for me.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
I would definitely say that's fair to say. I feel like just like with any relationship, and people are going to try to read deep into this as well by me just saying no relationship is perfect. No relationship is perfect. However, Nick, when he decides something, he gives his all. Like, I will always say Nick is the best father, the best provider, the best partner. He might live his truth in different ways, but nobody has ever yet to be like, this was the most toxic I've ever been in, and he took me through the ringer and this and that and that.
And you know what's weird to me? What the harem of their situation. I don't think anyone has to say, you know what, Nick was a horrible boyfriend, baby daddy, knock her up her people. However, the fact that he can get any of the women that he had kids with back to back to back to back to back on any level playing field for them to be a unified front, to me shows there is a toxicness in their relationship. Because if things are so great and he's such a great father, partner, provider, no one would have an issue coming together. You know what I'm saying? So when she said, when I'm saying it's her, when she says stuff like, well, no one would ever come out and say, oh, it was this horrible, toxic, whatever. Something wasn't right because none of y'all can get along. If y'all all agreed to fuck that man, know when he's fucking people, why would it be such an issue with the women getting along? Y'all all have kids, and y'all all got pregnant at the same time. All of y'all had multiple kids. I think mostly every woman he's had a child with, well, Mariah don't count because Mariah was his wife. I'm not even counting Mariah. I'm only speaking of the women he had kids with after Mariah. Most of them all got pregnant by him at least twice, except I think the Lanisha girl who had the one daughter, and because she's like, get away from me. The Bree girl had the one child, but they still be fucking. But again, it's like you can't make it seem like, oh, it wasn't toxic. Something is, because y'all can't get along now.
That's the beautiful part of it. And I don't think I was brave enough to actually stand up and say that. But all in all, I would say everybody's pretty happy.
Nobody, as far as I know.
But he also lives in this constant phrase, if you label me, you disable me. So you cannot label him in any way, which is, I'm for it.
So you can't label me, but he would gladly say he's an actor, a producer, a director. So he'll label him in the business sense of the word, okay? But in relationships, don't label me. No, that's a scheme that Nick set up to bring us the bullshit.
The label thing, I get it, I understand, but it's also some truth to it. So we've had many conversations where it's like, no, I think you're polyamorous, and I'm not polyamorous. I'm not. I just love. And that's actually what I have chosen to teach my kids is daddy loves many people. Daddy has a lot of love to give. That's just who daddy is. And they know their brothers and sisters' parents and miss so-and-so, miss that. So yeah. But he also lives, when you see the kids all together, which I've been very, very blessed to experience that numerous of times, it really is.
When anyone had to say, yeah, I've seen all the kids together numerous times. Yeah, numerous. When you have that means it's not regular. That means it's not a regular ongoing, the kids always hang out together. Okay, we have a good time and whatnot. What that means is when y'all are able to, y'all suck it up and y'all hang out once in a while. Because you're pointing out, we've done it before. It's like, oh, okay.
Is like, okay, my ego can't win in this. They deserve to know each other. They deserve to get to know each other. So, it could be you forever, but can the kids play? Can we have a healthy dynamic where we don't have to communicate? But this is a really beautiful family dynamic. And again, back to people hate what they don't understand. They don't understand the family dynamic, so I'll never expect them to ever be able to have a smidge of understanding towards it when they see it. But I will.
It sounds like y'all don't even get it. It sounds like you're saying, even the women in our egos have to be put to the side sometime for the kids to, hang out or whatever. But trying to make it seem as if like the outside world is so hating on y'all, or we're so judgmental. It's like, no, we can see through the bullshit. We can see y'all are not this one big happy family. And we can see that, in my opinion, except Mariah and the one black woman, I think her name is Lanisha. Those are the only two I never see involved in this bullshit. But Abby, Brittany Bell, the Bree girl, and then also the one who had a son who passed away. 4 of them baby mamas is always vying to be like Nick's top baby mama. You know what I'm saying? And it feel like only the women who he had multiple kids with at the same time are having to figure things out. So it's not the world that looks at y'all and don't get it. I don't think y'all get it.
Will say there's a beautiful aspect to it, especially when you see the kids. Now, as for the mothers, don't know. We don't have any communication with each other. Like
when you admit that none of the women who have multiple children who are siblings, that y'all don't have any communication with each other, to me that means y'all don't even get the dynamics, because y'all don't even talk. So you can't make it seem like, oh, only the outside world is judging y'all. It seemed like y'all judge each other, because if it was about the kids, the moms would at least have a group chat. Y'all kids are mainly the same fucking ages, going through the same things in life, the same phases in life. Okay, one child already passed away. You would think that when all the women have kids that are all roughly around the same ages, that there would be at least one baby mama group chat about the kids, and that's it. But you admitting, hey, we don't even talk. Well, that's the problem. Now, that problem also includes Nick's dick. Just saying.
We all live very separate lives. We're all very individualized. There's never no like, when you see the kids all together in the gatherings and Sunday dinners and things, it's just like Nick calls a shot. Hey, can I bring the kids over? Hey, can they have a play date on this date? And we agree, or we'll send the nannies to do it. And that's really it. We all live very individual lives. So in a sense, it feels monogamous in the gathering.
In a sense, it feels monogamous, because in a sense, y'all are separated enough that it's not a family. Nick comes and grabs the set of, hold on. Nick goes and grabs each set of children from each mom. The only Mariah ain't in this shit, and Lanisha ain't in this shit. But that damn Bree, Alyssa, Abby, and Brittany, those are the ones who always still see Nick with, in some shape, way, form, or fashion, and them fucking family photographs or whatever, these family vacations. And it's like, girl, it ain't us, it's y'all. Okay, so she won't child. Hold on.
Ego plays a huge part. Men have ego, women have ego, especially when it comes to kids. We're like, no, you got me up. You're not going to be around my kids. You're not going to be this. And granted, I've had those situations already happen, but we want what's for the bigger picture. And when you see the kids all together, which I've been very, very blessed to experience that numerous of times, it really is like,
it mean like 10 times.
Okay, my ego can't win in this. They deserve to know each other. They deserve to get to know each other. So, it could be you forever, but can the kids play? Can we have a healthy dynamic where we don't have to communicate? But this is a really beautiful family dynamic. Now, as for the mothers, don't know. We don't have any communication with each other. Like, we all live very separate lives. We're all very individualized. There's never no like, let's have family gatherings and Sunday dinners and things. It's just like Nick calls a shot. Hey, can I bring the kids over? Hey, can they have a play date on this date? And we agree, or we'll send the nannies to do it. And that's really it. We all live very individual lives.
So why isn't there cordialness between you and I.
Girl, ego. I'm trying to tell you, it's ego. It's different. It's like when Nick is here, Nick is the father of my kids. And it's like, babe, we all have the same father of the same kids. Like, it's very much ego driven, but you know, eventually everyone will get over it. And
they don't like her. I can tell that no one likes her. That when the beef starts, is her. But it's all Nick's fault. You know what I'm saying? Because Nick is the one that impregnated them all. Now, they all got impregnated. But I still feel like the buck stops with him. Because he is the one that has to rally all the kids because he's the daddy. But I do feel like that's why we see them, and it's always like a separate family entity. It's that, but they to me, she's in my opinion, she's making it seem like the other ones want to be my Nick, my dick, my baby daddy, and well, no, he's all of ours. But I think they all are like that.
Maybe one day, but I've already tried it. I've tried the whole kumbaya thing. I've tried the whole sisterhood of the traveling pants thing. It just doesn't work, you know? And that's okay. That's okay. Now I mind my business. I stay to my family, stay to my dynamics. Can the kids play? Yes. Can they not? Cool. We move on. We move forward. But this is a life thing. So there's no way. Y'all just got to get over whatever you guys got to get over. Get therapy, get the help you need. Because
not get therapy, girl. Not you trying to be. Why would you? She sounds shady as fuck. Is what I'm saying.
Because at the end of the day, that's 12 children's father that he wants all his kids to get together and be with, and that's just the facts.
Mm-hmm. And nobody stumbled and tripped and fell into the situation.
Nobody. Everybody made mindful decisions and mindful choices, and nobody was, what's the word I'm looking for? If you blindsided, ego plays.
Bitch, let me tell you something. If we all fucking the same penis, and he get us all pregnant at the same time, he was still having singular relationships with 5 women. He was having singular relationships with 5 separate women at the same time. So it wasn't as if
but together
he was having singular, because again, powerful. Every child's 1, 2, and 3 are the only kids that was born like separately. 4 to 12 were all, in conjunction with the same time frame. So to me, Nick is the problem, but also the fact that no one wants to admit they all want to be the head bitch. And Nick don't want no head bitch. Nick want all the bitches, okay? But again, that's on them. That is their fault. T.I., I really want T.I. and 50 Cent to stop beefing. Now, someone posted this old clip because this is old T.I. because his hair is real full.
But I know it's your birthday, man, and I celebrate.
And because it looked real pixely, this is probably the old phone.
You. Yes, sir. But if you get a chance, you hear me? You hear me, Kevin Hart? Yeah, I'm listening to you. If you get a chance, yes, sir. Please tell 50 bring his on out here and get this smoke. Oh, Jesus. Please tell 50 Cent get his hit records and come on and sit down and see what the South got to say, goddamn.
So this is from 5 years ago when T.I. and them were trying to do the verses. It was going to be 50 Cent versus T.I.
Jesus Christ. You say you want that man to see all full-fledged what the South got. I want him to see what the South got to say. Now listen, hey, I'm the king below the Mason-Dixon line, king of the South. I speak for all of the Southern people. New York been saying under their breath about us and having little bullshit, slick ass comments about us, thinking it's all slow down here, but they want to come down here and go down.
He talks so loud.
balls and go to our clubs, but then they want to kick it. I get substandard when they get back up top. Well, that's stop right now. Yeah, you say you done with that. That's stop right now, goddammit.
Again, old video. Well, 50 Cent, who was messy, commented and said King Rat. I said, not a girl. Not King Rat. Now, 50 Cent accusing T.I. of being a rat. Child, folk don't like that rat term. Okay? Some gangster folk don't like being called no rat. Call me a dog. Call me an asshole. Say I ain't shit, but don't call me no rat. I ain't no snitch. Okay? And T.I. responded and said, 50 Cent, you playing on my name with only one of us a rat in real life. Okay? You know I got your paperwork, right? And my transcript is available online. Okay? Your excuses is useless. Get your baby hoe ass. I think he said, get your hoe ass in the box or shut the fuck up and live in fear. Okay, you soft son. You lost my respect. Fucking goose. A goose? Why a goose? Was it really a goose? Is it? Yeah. Oh yeah. Get your lame ass in the box. Child, look. Let me say this. I don't know why folk is around here fussing and cussing and beefing. I don't know what's going on. 50 Cent only likes beefing with Ja Rule. 50 Cent don't like beef with nobody who will probably beat him up in real life. So I don't see this ending well. I don't see a versus really going down. But again, calling someone a rat as if they a snitch in these streets, it's not nice. Look, we lost Biggie. We lost Tupac back in the day. We lost so many rappers. I don't need anybody else fighting. 50 Cent either meet T.I. in the verses, okay? Or stop posting old shit trying to be funny. I'm just saying I want it to be done, okay? Kimora Lee of the Simmons, her ex-husband, okay, the Tim Lester guy who stole billions of dollars, okay, and a whole fraud scheme and whatnot back in 2022. When they were married, okay, he had purchased the mansion she lives in now that is also on the show she did on E. He purchased that house for $25 million. However, he used funds from my buttons keep catching on my damn table, so it's weird. But he used funds from the scheme. Okay, the stolen money. You cannot scheme and scam. You can't be out here embezzling or whatever, scamming folk. And if you use the scam's money to buy stuff when you get caught or go to jail, they usually take back the property you purchased with said money. Now, he had pleaded guilty back in 2018. He was sentenced back in 2025 for 2 years to spend 2 years in prison. And he had admitted in courts that he bought the property with 25 mil that had been stolen from the Malaysian people. Well, Kimora wants to keep the house. Okay. Kimora, look, it's fine. I don't want to give it up. Okay. It's some bullshit. Now, they were saying something about the house was sold through a holding company, and then it was some kind of transfer of power. And she was saying that I never agreed to any of that shit. So for that reason, because she's saying she never agreed to whatever transfer or sellation is a word of the property. She's like, I want to keep it. Once you find out that your scheming, scamming husband purchased a house with stolen money, I would never want to call the house my own. if I can't legally buy it for myself so that way I know no one will come take it, I'm not staying in this house and fighting somebody for years to stay here because it's not worth it to me. Again, it's a beautiful mansion. It's a beautiful mansion. But I'm not fussing and fighting when I know the money he used to buy it came from the same scam he scammed me with. Okay. So they have to go to court to see what's gonna happen. But again, because she's saying, there was misrepresentation and abuse of trust because I was unaware, one, of how he bought the house, but two, how they some kind of way sold the house without her knowledge. And so she wants to keep, girl, you're gonna lose that house. Okay. You gonna lose that house, child. So go ahead, just move now. Okay. Move now, get it over with and whatnot. Okay. Now look, y'all, I need some water. Y'all take 1 good minute, like a minute and 20 seconds, and like the video. Okay. And we have a couple of more topics left, but I will be back. So let's get to a couple of things. I know I told y'all 10:45, but we're gonna say 11:15 and then we'll be done. Okay. Where's Anderson .Paak? Hold on, Anderson. Y'all, Anderson .Paak is allegedly messing around with canoodling, getting cozy with Jeannie Mai. Now, Anderson .Paak, who has been linked to Mariah Carey, that was last year. Even though they try to make it seem as if it was just music wise or whatever, Jeannie Mai is fresh out of divorce from Jeezy, but the cameras or TMZ, child. TMZ caught them again. This look closely talking, cuddled together, a little arm around the back of, you know what I'm saying? It can also be very innocent, but I don't be up close with no. I'm not gonna be up close with nobody like that. Okay, not at all. And so because they look to be so close, now it could because they're in a loud room. Maybe because the music is so loud, they have to really, really close to talk. Okay, they're discussing music, food. I don't know. Okay. Who knows? But again, I'm never surprised when this be the weird thing. I'm never surprised when two single people possibly start dating. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't think it's PR. I feel like for the most part, celebrities are always around each other. So they could just like each other. It doesn't have to be PR. I think we sometimes don't want to look at celebrities as if they are just people who might want to fuck. Okay, look, Anderson .Paak absolutely gives off big dick energy. Okay, and I feel like Jeannie Mai is in her black man era. Okay, I don't think she would ever go back to the white men. So I'm not surprised if Anderson .Paak, smiled her way, and he's a handsome guy. He's young. He's her age, okay. He's single allegedly. She's single allegedly, okay. Or it could be two individuals just having a conversation. It don't mean they fucking, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe they are. No, okay. But I love love. I do. Look, to Mariah Carey has an aura about her. And I feel like it takes a special kind of man to be in her orbit. And I feel like Anderson .Paak is on the same level of Mariah with his energy. Like I think she feels like she is the top of it all. And a part of me feel like Anderson .Paak feels as if he is also the life of the party. He is the business. So I can see them probably not really working out because Mariah would need someone who understands she's Mariah fucking Carey. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a lot to be linked to Mariah fucking Carey. And I don't think Mariah needs anyone who's also a celebrity because she's Mariah Carey. You know what I'm saying? And I think Anderson .Paak is a different level of energy. So I think they probably tried to see what would happen. And it was fun a little bit, but it wasn't for a long time, for a fun time. Okay, and now he's moved on, or she's moved on, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, he was spotted with that lady. Okay, look. You know what's crazy? Like back in the day, I've always loved black men in general, but I used to date lighter skinned men, and I'm in my mocha, chocolate skin man era right now, whatever. So yeah, just black penis is the best. Okay, that's all that matters. Be it we shall see if this is a friendly little chit chat or if something is brewing. I don't know. Jocelyn. Now, Jocelyn Hernandez. Okay. A part of me has always felt like Jocelyn Hernandez is a violent, sometimes entertaining individual. Because I remember her time on Love and Hip Hop, she could never make me feel like she did not take full advantage of all the bullshit from Love and Hip Hop. Okay. But she now wants us to feel like that Mona Scott Young was the villain of it all. Okay.
Mona is a special woman to say the least, and not in a good way. I feel like she take advantage, especially back in 2012. She really took advantage of my story with Stevie.
Now I want to make something clear. Okay. When Stevie and Jocelyn came on Love and Hip Hop, let's not forget that she fully knew that Stevie wasn't shit. He was lying to Mimi, and it was a shit show between them. Okay. And we won't forget that she loved antagonizing Mimi about how much Stevie loved to fuck on her. So, girl, you get what you play with.
And it was so many times that I called Mona to be like, Mona, please tell Stevie to stop with me. Tell him to stop harassing me. He's coming over to my house at 3, 4 in the morning. He's bringing in. He's knocking on my door. He's terrorizing me.
Now, this is my thing. I would never call my boss because my boyfriend is an asshole. I'm calling the police. Now, do I feel like Mona and them, meaning Mona, producers, VH1, all of them, could they have not kept hiring or paying Stevie J to go on the show, knowing how he was treating anybody? But I'm like, he used to dog out Mimi. So, to me, Jocelyn complaining that Mona did not help her because Stevie was crazy. Did you call the police? What makes you think Mona could control Stevie J? And again, Mona is a fucking producer. Child, what you want to do?
And y'all know this, but y'all still hired this man for work.
The same way they hired your ass after you will fight and beat up people and throw things. And when Jocelyn and Stevie J had that fucking cocaine ran fight at the reunion, they still had her back after that. So the same way Stevie would get high and do dumb shit, so did you. The same way Stevie J would get high and do dumb shit and come and bother you, you do that to people too. You're new with the show that was on, what's the people called? Her show on the damn app thing, okay? What's it called, child? I don't have it no more. I forget. But the way Jocelyn treat the girl on her own show is worse than Stevie J, because Jocelyn had them girls fighting. Jocelyn will fight them girls. So you use your cast and the talent the same way you saying Mona did 14 years ago. You would think that you would learn from that, but no, you're doing the exact same thing she did.
And that's just the type of woman she was. And I think that's the type of woman that she's always going to be. There's no in between with her. She doesn't know how to be best or be good to anyone.
Bitch, what? Watching the first couple of seasons, Zeus, it's called Zeus. Watching the first couple of seasons of that cabaret show on Zeus, you were worse than Mona. Mona was never in the bullshit. Mona just had the cameras rolling. Okay, you were involved in the bullshit. You were verbally, mentally, emotionally, and sometimes physically abusive to the girls. You became Stevie J. You became the monster. So when Jonathan likes to make it seem as if Mona was this horrible monster, back in when the show came, back in 2012, whatever. And I still feel like Mona allowed people to be their crazy, idiotic selves, and she just recorded it. I don't think Mona tried to exploit people. I think she said, if y'all want to be crazy, I'm going to just put on a television show. I don't think she wanted stuff to get as bad as it got, but I think she allowed y'all to be, to me, the reason why Love and Hip Hop in the beginning was so successful was because it was so real. It was y'all real lives. It was y'all showing us what y'all had going on, and that's why we liked it. So, child, you, Mimi, and Stevie, Erica and Scrappy, and all the things. Like, the show used to be so real. We couldn't miss the shit, and the reason the show is kind of lackluster now is because too many cast members are trying to put on a show. You know what I'm saying? But you were a full-fledged participant in the bullshit. You can't blame Stevie. You can't blame Mona. You were a part of it too.
And she's with she's with but I'm with too. And I'm not scared of Mona, and I don't get the bitch. But I just knew it was a lot of things that were done under her watch, under her time, on her set, that should have been stopped. Mona is.
I just need all the girls of her show to show them getting beat up, to show, the girls jumping other girls, them squaring up and fighting. I feel like there was many things on your show that happened that did not need to happen, that you let happen on your set. So, bitch, you are Mona. Bitch, you are the grandmama. Little bitch. Because I'm not great at it. I'm not a Mona, support like that or whatever. But I'm like, Mona did not force you hoes to do nothing, okay? So please don't act like that, bitch. We got I think 2 more topics. We're gonna do we gotta do Sexxy Red, and then we're gonna do Kandi and then Cardi. Child, I don't know who on God's green earth. I don't want like that. Who on God's green earth? I don't want to sound like a hater. I really want to sound like a congratulator. I have never been able to understand why Sexxy Red is infamous, why she's a celebrity, why she is, I guess, an artist. To me, she is not talented. To me, she has not even evolved as an artist to be better than what she was. And I always compare her to Glow, because I remember when Glow first came out, and Glow in the beginning, I felt like she was trying to figure her shit out. And Glow has now grew to be her own self. Sexxy Red is the equivalent of the hood bitch in the hood who got her taxes back and she thinks she the shit. And that's how she operates 24/7. Sexxy Red to me and this is no shade to the hood bitches in the hood. I'm just saying it's always that one hood bitch who think she the shit because she got her tax money. And she wanna floss and be loud and shake her ass. And I don't like the fact that she has not tried to grow as an artist. She tried to do a sample of Michael Jackson's Beat It. And she wanna call it Just Eat It. Now, if y'all are old enough to remember Weird Al Yankovic, okay, I think he did. Did he die? Is he alive? I'm look. Oh, he's alive. Okay, Weird Al Yankovic. He had a song, back in the day. He would do parodies. So back in 1984, he did a parody of Beat It, and it was called Eat It. He also did a parody of Gangster's Paradise called Amish Paradise. So he would do parodies of songs back in the day. And to me, because he was an artiste, okay, Sexxy Red trying to, in his Eat It version was like food. Like he was a plump Michael Jackson eating food or whatever. And I'm like, what are we doing? but Sexy Red trying to sample Beat It. I said, who, girl? I know god dang well Michael's estate ain't cleared this hoe to do no damn song. Now, I believe in the world of music, you can sample someone's song as a parody legally. However, I also feel like the owners of said music can still block you from like making money off of it or whatever. But I said, I know. Like, I hate broccoli. You know what I'm saying? I hate cold weather. You know, it sounds very harsh, but everything about Sexy Red makes me itch. Okay. And y'all know I love hood shit. Okay. I do to my core. Okay. I love hood shit. But there's something about her version of the hoodness she is that gives off the worst. You know what? She gives off what racist, ignorant, Caucasian people think Black people are. You know what I'm saying? Like, we like hoods and we love the hood or whatever. But you have Caucasian folks whose idea of what it is like the worst of the worst. And to me, that's what she gives off. She is the epitome of what white people think Black people are. And I think that's what I don't like. Like, Cardi B is hood. Hell, Lana was a little bit hood. Okay. Taraji P. Henson a little bit. You know what I'm saying? There are many successful Black women who is a little. Queen Latifah is a little bit hood. You know what I'm saying? There are many Black women who are a bit hood, but it doesn't come off disrespectful. It doesn't come off cheap and nasty, bitch. And some about her, I just don't like it. And I want her to evolve. And she just won't, bitch. So, Lauren Rosa, you know, who does Breakfast Club news and everything, she reached out to the spokesperson for Michael Jackson estate. And they said, bitch, ain't nobody clear that. They said it wasn't no clearance of the sample. Okay. We said no. Okay. We were totally unaware of this. The music is the use of the music is unauthorized. Okay. They also if they didn't or definitely didn't feel happy. You wanna know why? Weird Al Yankovic's version of Eat It was about food and liking food. You want to remix Michael Jackson's beat about eating pussy? If you don't grow and evolve, you're gonna die. Your brand is gonna die. It's gonna die off. And I really just want her to be better. Be better, bitch. Okay. But yeah, they said, bitch, cut it out. We don't want none of that shit. Ted, Todd and Kandi. Y'all, Kandi, when did Kandi make no scrubs? I don't want no scrubs. When did no scrubs come out? 1999. Okay. I don't want no scrub. Scrubbers gotta can't get nothing from me. Hey, now that button just side was the best friends by Todd is a scrub. Kandi literally married a scrub. And she just couldn't see it until now. We couldn't see it. And I think because Mama Joyce was so adamantly against Todd, and back then Todd had did shit wrong. Todd was a producer on the show. Todd had his own money. Todd wasn't trying to get Kandi's money. You know what I'm saying? So I think because Mama Joyce was so against Todd, it made us like, no, Todd is a great person. Whatever. Signed a prenup. And now we see, no, Todd is a scrub. Okay. Now Todd was asking a judge to make him the primary or temporary primary custodial parents, because he said, I'm the main caregiver because Kandi is out of time for work. Okay. I am responsible for daily routine, schooling, supervision, transportation, and disputes, assertions that he interfered with Kandi spending time. So Todd, because Kandi has said at times like trying to block her from having time with the kids over the Christmas holiday or whatever. Because again, Kandi is in New York. She's doing the play, and I think it's called Anne Juliet. So she was gonna be there from November till March, working. Kate working. And she brought up how, Todd tried to interfere in some kind of way. Todd gonna say, well, that ain't true. I was the one who brought the kids around there. And I was upset because, she made decisions that she made travel plans and did not consult me. Bitch, I don't need to. If you know, hey, the kids is coming to see me between this time and that time. Okay, that's my time with my kids. And if I have my family or the nanny traveling with the kids, bitch, I don't have to consult with you because you know when they're coming. I feel Todd wants to travel on Kandi's dime. And so the kids are traveling some kind of way. I should travel with them too. Todd is on some bull. I didn't know it because, she made decisions and she didn't consult me. I wasn't trying to block it. Bitch, you knew it was my time with the kids. Todd also said on child support, he denied neglecting financial responsibilities, saying expenses were divided by mutual agreement and noting the couple shared property holdings, meaning I'm gonna take money out of share fund. Yeah, we're divorced and we're separating things. I'm gonna still use the money from the shared fund. To me, the shared fund is still my fucking money, yo. Okay. He said he maintains that the court in event he maintained that court intervention is only necessary due to unresolved girl. Todd is a scrub. So Kandi said, hold on, ho. Nah, bitch. So when Kandi replied to Todd, and again, we have to be sure to name. They're not going back and forth like saying, hey, news people, this is whatever. This is the news and the blog child seeing the paperwork they're putting in court. Okay, so Kandi isn't going to TMZ and say, hey y'all, tell Todd I said they're filing court motions and we are reading stuff from the court paperwork. Okay, so Kandi said, hold on, bitch. Okay, because again, Todd said, hey, give me, temporary primary custodial custody because Kandi work out of the state. Okay, she said, bitch, no. Yes, first of all, you living in my house rent free. Okay, Todd is living in Kandi's guest house rent free. Oh, a scrub. Okay. He's currently living rent free in the guest house on property I purchased before Kandi bought that house before they got married. So it was my house. Okay. You live and you've been living since we've been divorcing and separating. You've been living in the fucking guest house. Why move out? Go somewhere else. Okay. She also alleges that he hasn't paid a single expense for the maintenance and upkeep of the house, to include utilities, gas, lawn care, water, pest control, or even fees associated with the alarm system. So Todd is around there saving all his own money and living off Kandi. While Kandi is in New York working on the play, okay, Todd bitch ass is in Atlanta living in the guest house. Okay, not paying no bills. Okay, I'm pretty sure he's getting the food from the kitchen. Okay, that Kandi bought for the kids. She eating all the kids' snacks. You are living rent free in the guest house. Get out, hole. Again, she said they've been living apart. No, they've been separated. He live in the guest house. He ain't paying for shit. Not net expense. Okay, he is not supported. Where he is not provided any support for the house where the kids stay. Okay, she says she is the usual caregiver for the kids, despite her active professional life as an entertainer. You right, star. She said I hired nannies to do. Every time Todd will put up daddy daycare, I felt like that's him trying to prove I'm with the kids. Kandi at work, working. I ain't doing shit. I'm gonna say I'm daddy daycare. Well, you can't say, oh, I hire nannies. Even if you drop a kid off once a week, bitch, who drops them off and picks them up every 4 days? Okay, she said, I hired nannies to pick up the kids and pick up whatever slack when I'm not there. Despite him saying daddy daycare, okay. The kids had 2 birthdays since the divorce, and Todd came to both parties, but refused to contribute the money to pay for anything. She also claimed that he has not helped her out with any tuition fees or school supplies, okay? And he has not kicked in any actual child support, meaning you can't say I'm gonna pull money from a shared account. To no, bitch, that money should not be touched by either person. Yes, I'm out of town for work, but that's, to me, Kandi being a working, actress or entertainer is no different than a mom who was a fucking flight attendant. It's no different than a mom who's in the military. So I'm like, I feel like Kandi is being probably nice, probably because she has to focus on, her job of being on stage. When this play is over, Kandi, come back full throttle on that ass. Todd, get the fuck out. I think Todd is also taking advantage of Kandi being, in New York for work. And let's not forget, this play had been planned for her to be in it a while. So it wasn't as if, oh yeah, I'm gonna go do a play today. No, that takes months and months and months of planning before you even announce that you're in a play. It's already booked. So Todd, like, it was a planned thing for her to be away. And Todd is absolutely using it against her. Todd, if Kandi wasn't working, how would the bills get paid? So Todd is a fucking scrub. Okay. So today and for every day after this, Todd is on a scrub we don't like list. Okay. Fuck Todd. We don't like him anymore. Let's get into, lastly, Cardi of the Beat. Okay. I took it upon myself, child, where is that? I wanted, I can't make it bigger. Hold on. I can't, it's so small. I wanted to be sure to have footage of Cardi's tour. Okay. Cardi started her Little Miss Drama tour yesterday. And a lot of people did not know what it would entail. A lot of people were like, oh, will it be a bullshit tour? She just had a baby. It's been all these years and blah, 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 blah. Bitch, Cardi, I watched on TikTok. I'm hoping her next show, I can fully watch a full live of the whole thing. Because I was only catching glimpses of people and they had like bad Wi-Fi. But bitch, it was a sold out show. And just I have just some clips, y'all. So I'm gonna play the clips of them talking. Watching the live on the TikTok and hearing the fans fully sing, I mean, word for word, the song. A stadium full of people. You hear me? This was not a little bush. This ain't no Tamar Braxton little doo-wop bop 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 tour. Okay, this is a full-fledged tour with outfit changes, stage sets, and all that shit. Choreography. It was the part that I saw was amazing. I can't imagine how it was in person. All the posts I saw on TikTok, that I saw on Twitter, that I saw on Facebook, whatever, all of them was like, oh, it was amazing, amazing, amazing. Party. And again, and to me, day one of any tour is like, oh, you want to see what it, now I have it sped up. So you're gonna see it, sped up. But Cardi did not come to play, okay, at the all. She sounded great. She looked great. Her breath control was great. You know what I'm saying? She was singing. She would rap her own stuff sometimes or have the back of her club. But to me, this is a very well put together tour. Oh, it's on YouTube. Child, let me know that. Cardi B, run on a drama tour. I'm not gonna watch it right now, but I'll look for it. I felt like the costume bitch looks expensive. Okay, it looked expensive. Okay, great costumes, great dancing. The men's child, Cardi. When folks kept saying, "Oh, she ain't gonna be ready," she's had a baby. Why was she going to? I'm like, oh, she did amazing for this to be just night one. I can't wait to see it, like, in night 18. You know what I'm saying? It can only get better. You know what I'm saying? Every first show of everyone's concert is always a little bit, a little bit raggedy. Not raggedy, but not as tight. Because, it's night one or whatever. So, but seeing her, girl, I was so proud of her because so many people judged her and thought, oh, she ain't gonna do shit. It's gonna be bullshit. And I'm like, no. I said, now the robot. I said, girl, where's the robot? Okay, but it all made sense on stage. She did a lot of different songs. And I was just like, bitch, I want to go to the concert. Okay. Everyone was like now they can't wait to go and see it themselves. But to me, the best part, there's nothing worse than folk doubting your ability to sell out a crowd. When you like, well, no, but that's what I've been doing. I had the one that, because again, Cardi didn't really tour her first album because she just had Culture. And I think she's learned from that situation. Like, you know what? No, I have to go full out dancing, rapping, performing, and not let anything stop me. Even me, recently ending allegedly things with Stefan Diggs or whatever. I'm happy she's not letting, heartbreak bullshit, the drama stop her. Again, a little bit of drama to her. And I love the costumes. I loved her cadence. I loved her. the reason I said it's not a little Tamar tour is because I don't think anyone thought Cardi was gonna come with, like, she had visuals, set changes, dancers, props and all that. She was flying in the air, and I feel like Tamar, talks as if, she has these, huge, amazing shows or whatever, and she don't. And I'm like, what I like is that Cardi said, I have to put the money into this tour to make it work and to make sure it's a whole thing. And I don't think she put money into it to where she's going to lose money. I think she put the money into it to make it make money and for it to make sense. Where Tamar Child be, girl, 2 biscuits and a chicken piece, and it's crazy. But Cardi is seen, and again, Cardi has a label behind her. Where I think Tamar may be independent. But again, if you are going to go on tour, this is how you do it. Okay, if you have been going through the bullshit because your ex-husband is on some bullshit, your baby daddy's on some bullshit, whatever, and you're going through the ringer, you come out and you perform your song. You have the crowd. Yeah, when she did Be Careful, she did a couple of songs that were her slower emotional songs, and I was like, bitch, Cardi is like she put on a show. Because so many folks was hating on her before she could even, do her tour. And when she said, the whole Bia thing, I said, bitch, so they said now that the Bia part will be like a mute challenge, name 5 Bia songs. I'm gonna be dead, bitch. Okay. So if you're going to the concert, you gotta be quiet that part. Be real quiet. Cause one song. And I didn't put any songs, I don't want to get flagged. Child, this was her doing the emotional child when she made the like a bird cage. I was like, oh, she's caged in. I want to get out, bitch. I want to get out. And just seeing the full performance with like 2 couples, girl, again, you can tell she said, I'm not trying to just go out here and do nothing. I'm not going to go out here and be boring. I'm going to come out. And again, the whole time she's rapping, yes, there's absolutely a backing track. However, you hear Cardi rapping over the track. You know what I'm saying? And she's rapping. Okay? She's rapping, ho. You know what I'm saying? Cardi said, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right, ho. And I just love the fact that she put, like, you could tell she's been practicing. They was rehearsing, okay? The dancers all look good. No one fell. No one slipped and fell. I'm saying, a good ass time, child. A good time being had by all, and it only being night 1. Okay. Now, yeah, I know Bia said, "Oh, y'all don't know fast song," but I know. Let me say this too. Bia trying to be shady towards Cardi in regard to Stefan shows Bia ain't shit as an artist, because Stefan baby mamas ain't got shit to do with Cardi's tour. We don't even know them hoes. You know what I'm saying? We don't know or care about any of Stefan's baby mamas at all. So Bia trying to be, you know what I'm saying, a petty asshole and say, well, y'all, I know for a girl, and we don't even like Stefan right now. We accept certain people based on who they dating. So Stefan, he done lost the role. Him and Cardi are allegedly broken up, and now she's focused on her tour. We don't care about Stefan, them kids. Hell, we don't care about Stefan or the kids. We just his kid with Cardi. So, trying to, be shady by going at Stefan, it doesn't matter. Because Cardi tour still is sold out. Folks were singing her songs word for word, bitch, and we still don't know not now be a song. I can't name one be a song. No, it's a whole lot of money. That's the only song I know. That's the only, and I only know the chorus. That's it. Bitch, Cardi be out here being raised up from the floor to the ceiling, ho. Cardi is in a stadium full of 20,000 people who are singing word for word her song, bitch, and B is on Twitter asking about Stefan's baby mamas. Bitch, what? Bitch, what? What does that matter? Now I know y'all say, but y'all talk about Nicki Minaj and her husband, because her husband is a felon. He's on the list. It's different. Okay. I'm just playing. But yeah, I'm so proud of Cardi. Again, part one. Now I'm gonna try and find it on the YouTubes to see it in full. But yeah, oh yes, stay smiling. Yes, stay smiling all day. To me, it fully gave. I witnessed the Cowboy Carter tour. I witnessed Renaissance. I've seen other artists tour. I can't be no bullshit ass Tamar Braxton, Chitlin Circuit, no Tito Shade, Danity Kane, Chitlin Circuit tour. I have to fly through the air because I'm an angel. Okay, I have to do all of the things. So I have to know all the words. I have to dance. I have to have costumes. I have to have stage props or whatever. Okay, I have to do it all, and that's what you supposed. I seen Brandy and Monica. This is Cardi's first full-fledged tour that I think she's toured before, here and there. You know what I'm saying? But this is her first major tour that she's doing. And it was money well spent. And if anything else, the first show is going to get people wanting to go to the other, because it can only get better from here. Child, Nikki. Okay, but I fully agree. Nikki is a seasoned, 30-year artist, and she gave bull stuff. And when Cardi was dancing and singing, walking a country mile around here, I really wish y'all could hear it, but I did not want to have any, flags from the music part of it all. But Cardi said, "Ho, I'm not playing with y'all. I'm right." Now again, also not only that, hold on. Where's it at, child? I thought I saved it. Cause Cardi got a hair brand. I thought I saved it, child. Cardi has a hair brand. Oh, right here. Cardi.
2016 from now to grow my hair. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm using for it because I gotta test it out first on myself. This is Belcalis, Bronx girl, mother of 4, walking down the block, being the baddest bitch. I'm passionate about this and I really love this shit.
There are no songs, no music. Cardi has a hair brand, okay, called Grow Good Beauty. Cardi has been showing us her hair growth journey, how she uses a special concoction or whatever. And now to find out that for the past couple of years, she's been making her own. Girl, you better. Bitch, you better. Bia, what you doing? Bia, what you doing? Girl, nothing. Nothing. Now, Bia was around here responding to, the whole. So Bia said, can you name someone with more BMs than receiving yards? I can. I know that. Girl, we don't care. We don't care. At all. Okay? No one cares. Again, Cardi's winning. Okay, Cardi is absolutely... Cardi, girl... Cardi's winning. Cardi's winning. You know, again, day one. Oh, yeah, I love the red. I love the red with the red thigh-high boots. Loved it. But I think all the outfits, looked great. When she was like, "Call my floor, don't tumble." Okay, she was also kind of funny. She would say stuff to the crowd in between, like it was a Cardi B experience. Okay, see, I can't wait to see how the tour, expands throughout the tour stops or whatever. Like what she changed on it, what she adds to it. How the transitions will get better and better and better. But yeah, Cardi is out here. Okay, Cardi is out here being good. Okay, that's all. I don't want to get flagged. Okay. Anyway, y'all, that is all I have to. I said, oh, give me till 10. When I said 10:15, 10:45, it is 11:40. Okay, it is 11:40. That's a full 2-hour show. Okay, y'all make sure to like this video. Okay, please and thank you. Like the video, subscribe or whatever. I was live on Tuesday. Go watch that if you haven't already. I did Relation Goals show. It is other content on my channel. Go watch it. Why? Because I asked y'all to. Okay, y'all love me, right? Go watch whatever you have not already watched. Okay, and tomorrow is Friday. I might come. Look, if something happens, I'll be live tomorrow night at 9 and whatnot. If not, I'll be live one day between Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I just don't know which day. It's gonna be like one on this weekend. But again, I love y'all. I had a good time with y'all. I gave y'all a whole 2-hour show. Whatever y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, to follow me, and all that stuff, child. I gotta go, y'all. It's late. But yeah, y'all be safe wherever you are and be good. And that's all. Bye.